Alrighty, it is 7 o'clock. We're starting. There's probably a massive delay between now and when you actually see it. I know for me, though, it is like it depends. Some days it's 20 seconds, other days it's almost a minute. So, I just never know when to start these because of that delay. Oh, look, I'm live. You don't need to give me a notification when I know I'm live because I hit the button. Oh, that's not even, was it YouTube? Hey, Shadow. Well, that's weird. It's commenting. I see. It's commented. Oh, there we go. That's weird. You wrote "Hey Shadow" on the video comment, but not the chat. That's probably what happened. Anyway, I made it. Been up since 9 p.m. last night. Well, go to bed. Why are you up? It's almost been 24 hours. Holy crap. Heyo, Sky. September, here we come. Yes, because August was a backwash of a very bad month. I've had worse months, but productivity-wise, I think it was probably among the worst. I still haven't totaled everything for August yet, but I can tell you right now, nowhere near what last month was. But I do have a few things that kind of hindered my progress this month, mostly my back. I finally got a new chair. It's not exactly the chair I wanted, but it's made a huge difference in my back pain. So now I just have to replace the bed. And I'm still thinking I should just get rid of the bed and sleep on the floor. It'd probably be more comfortable. I don't know. An air mattress would hurt. So, yeah, just bundle up the blankets, crash on the floor. I might just do that. I'm telling you, it would be more comfortable. Hey Neo, is he quiet for you, or is it just my headphones? I can turn up. Oh, I'll go to bed at 11:30 my time. Golly, why are you still awake? Oh, and are you still doing good in your classes? Okay, I gotta turn up my headphones. He is at his normal volume. I can turn it up if it's a problem. I'm at 3 right now. The lower I turn it down, and well, yeah, the lower the decibel rate, the less you get to hear the background noises. So like right now, I've got my air conditioner running, and my air conditioner is like right outside my window, my central air unit, and so I can hear it. It's like a wind tunnel. But I didn't turn on the bedroom fan, so that wasn't messing things up. Yay, new chair. Yes. It's not as big, so Shadow has a harder time sitting in my lap in it, but it works. Hey, Red Ghost, how's it going? I saw that you followed me on Twitter and on Wattpad. And just remember that the stuff on Wattpad is kind of old, and I've got to rewrite it. Which I was going to rewrite 7 as soon as I'm done with Kingmaker, so that was one of the things I wanted to talk about today, was setting up a new goal. So the final grade for the class was an A-. Nice. That's awesome. I can't remember the last time I got an A-. Of course, I haven't been in school since, 2001 when I went to college. So I think I got an A in Photoshop. I got an A in the graphic design part of my course. I had a 3.8 grade point average, so I know I got a few A's. A-. That class was story and concept. I am taking linguistics. Ooh, cool. My favorite course was art history. I did exceptionally well in art history, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. My professor loved my essay on the Amarna period in Egypt and wanted to keep it. And at that point, I'm like, whatever. Why do you want to keep it? To use an example, I guess. So she was totally in love with it. It was pretty awesome. I've been meaning to follow your blog, but never got a chance to. And I've been working on Wattpad books myself. Awesome. Great to meet you. Great to meet you, too. I'm also going to be starting, I did plan out the news story on Inkit. It's kind of like Wattpad. I hear that it's a little bit better for certain things, so I'm going to give that a shot. I'm probably going to write the story on Inkit a lot like I do with Despair, which I am recording this week, I promise. Despair is the audiobook that I have on YouTube under Creative Sanctuary, and it's also the book I have in Wattpad right now. I do the video and then about a 1,500 to 2,000 word episode, and then the following Monday, because those episodes come out on Saturday, I'll put in the text and the video in Wattpad. So Inkit is going to be similar, where I don't have to worry about video, so all I have to do is write for about an hour and a half, crank out about 2,000 words, and I'll just write the story like that for now, because I'm still working on trying to finish Kingmaker, which is part of my goals this month. I was bad at the week I took art history. Oh, see, art, yeah, I love art history. Art history was like one of the funnest college courses I ever took. I enjoyed it a lot. Hello, peeps. Yes, you can check out City on the Rise, a dystopian sci-fi book I'm working on. Awesome. And that's on Wattpad too, right? I don't know if you can put links in chat, but if you go to my Wattpad, I know that he follows me, and I think you can see my followers, and so you can probably find him that way. I guess I can probably pull up the link and put it in if I open another browser window. Thank you for checking on me, Ron. I saw the replay. Yep, she got on shortly after we ended. Just out of curiosity, Ron, did you get any of the messages she sent in YouTube? Because she added you, and I was just curious as to whether or not you get those notifications when somebody mentions you in a comment. I know it works on some channels, but I don't know if it works on mine. My channel's being weird lately. It's YouTube having a YouTube issue, so I don't know. Just curious. Why is everybody freaking for the love of Pete. Everybody knows I'm on 7. Let's go ahead and send messages. I'll just do this. Look at that. I'm going to screenshot my chat and send it to him. All right. Bam. Jesus. Okay. Never rain was in the middle. There were certain spots, but overall I was okay. See, and we had, in my area, it just kind of poofed and moved on. But we joke because it seems like I live in a anti-rain vortex. The clouds will come over and head towards me, and then they'll go around. So it'll be pouring at the airport, which is a 15-minute drive, not even a 15-minute drive from here. It's just like right there. And so it'll be torrential downpour, and it'll be sunny over here. So it just goes around me, which sucks because yesterday it was a pretty nice thunderstorm heading that way, south of me, lightning and everything, and we get a little smattering of rain. So lame. I love the rain. I'm playing Minecraft while listening, and I'm sad because 1.12.2 doesn't have any good flowers. Well, the roses. I like the rose bushes in Minecraft. That's in 1.12. Or the purple ones. I can't remember which ones those are. But yeah, I wish some of the mods that people have out would work with the newest versions of Minecraft. That'd be awesome, but oh well. Good, we only got 5 inches so far. Cool. It still in the works. Awesome. Yeah, keep working on it. I still have to finish Kingmaker, and then I'm going to rewrite 7 and finish the final chapter to 7. And I don't know if I'm going to keep it on Wattpad or if I want to publish it on Amazon. Probably keep it on Wattpad. And then I have some fan fiction I would love to put out for Fallout, and I would like to embellish on the 2 short stories I wrote for contest back in 2016. That was Predator and Prey and Beginning of the End. And so I might work on those too. So never know. Let's just finish Kingmaker and move on. I'm going to ask, what were you up to? Does Michael provide great background entertainment? No, I'm working. Oh, okay, maybe just background sound effects while she's doing whatever with YouTube running. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I have the energy level of Eeyore on Downers, so I don't get offended if people move on, which happens a lot. It's all good. It's a game we play, baby. So, anywho, we'll give it a few more minutes and see if anybody else strolls on in. But otherwise, I'll jump into making September awesome. Because August was a wash in epic proportions. While she was playing, yeah, I figured. Yeah, as soon as I said it, it dawned on me. But anyway, I guess I can talk about why August was a wash. Mostly because of my back. I was having a hard time keeping or sitting in my chair. Got to the point where I had to roll up a pillow behind me. I had to keep getting up every 20 minutes, and so it really put a hindrance on productivity as well as my exercising and losing weight. So everything kind of just blew up in my face. But that's okay. We just move on. I got a new chair, so that makes a big difference. I was able to actually walk around and do some more activity stuff today, so I'm pretty excited that I'm getting back to being mobile. And today I was doing great, and then I had to take Airbus to her driving test, so I kind of fell apart after that. But, you know, it's all good. Well, definitely, I just like listening to stuff while playing games. Yep, a lot of people do. Sometimes I'm on people's TVs. Hey, I patiently wait for Despair episodes. Anytime you want to read aloud, I'll be there. I am going to, I'm definitely recording episode 19 this week, and then get back into a normal weekly episode for Despair. It's getting good. And I need to get it further along for reasons. I can't go into it. It's a surprise. But I got to get going. So, but, yeah. So after that, I did figure out a few things with blogging that I'm probably going to write a blog post and probably do a video on is the reason why you would want to maintain a regular schedule while you blog. I'll give you the gist of it, is that I have a blog that is practicallylivinggreen.com, and it's a small blog that just demonstrates you don't have to be a tree hugger to appreciate being eco-friendly. You'll save a ton of money, and there's just a lot of practical reasons why living green is far better than not. And it's not left-leaning, it's all science-based, realistic reasons why it's a good idea. That blog right now gets maybe, not even a tenth of the traffic that WriterSanctuary gets. Real small blog. But its blog posts are indexed almost immediately. So whenever my writer finishes a blog post for a Friday, it's already up over the weekend. And WriterSanctuary, though, does not. And I saw a pattern emerge, and the reason why Google will crawl and index practicallylivinggreen.com is because it publishes a blog post every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, sometimes more. That depends on whether I get a time to write an article myself. And so, since that blog is way more active, WriterSanctuary, I maybe get 1 or 2 blog posts lately per month. And so Google doesn't see it as being an important thing to crawl or index. And so a post that I wrote on Friday still isn't indexed. So that is why you want to maintain a regular schedule, especially if you're trying to make money from your website. Because Google cares about that kind of crap? So, oh, there are certain songs I can listen to while writing. I stop writing and let the music take over. I listen to a lot of music while I'm working, but when I'm actually writing a part of the story, I'll either turn the music off or I'll play a song or some kind of music that fits the theme. And we talked about this before, where I will write while envisioning what would look like if it was a Netflix original. So I imagine the sound or the music playing for specific scenes in the book or specific characters. There's one character in Kingmaker that I always play "Oh Death" from Supernatural because it fits him perfectly. And so it plays on repeat while I'm writing his scene. So that's the only time I really listen to music while writing. Music is a great motivator for writing. See, a lot of people can. I can't. It distracts me too much depending on what I'm writing. So while I'm working, not a problem. When I'm working on my more creative pieces, it definitely causes a problem. I get sidetracked pretty easy. So, hey, Baby Bird is here. Heidi ho. Have you ever heard of Chris Columbus versus Captain Kirk? It has that special ambiance for sci-fi, or the Fifth Element score of the music 5 millennia later is also perfect. Yes, Christopher Columbus versus Captain Kirk. That is epic rap battles of history. I've been listening to epic rap battles of history since 2000, when they start 10. So, yes, I've heard them all. But that one does have a pretty good beat to it. I'm also a fan of Thomas Edison versus Nikola Tesla, and what's another good one? I'm trying to think of ones that have a really good beat to them. They're kind of really jammy. I know. There's a lot of good ones, so kind of hard to say which one is more epic. I do like Jack the Ripper versus Hannibal Lecter. Or Edgar Allan Poe versus Stephen King is a good one too. See, I agree, but sometimes I'll be too much into a song and I stop writing. I'm the same way. That's never happened to me before. Yeah, I get sidetracked pretty easy. So I am so excited to tell you about my writing class. It's an intro writing class, but I'm already learning so much. My writing is improving already. That's awesome. That's time well spent. I wrote a article about that earlier today. Like when I talk about time management, I also figure in anything I do that improves my productivity or improves my knowledge of the subject matter. And so watching videos, reading blog posts, anything that benefits my abilities to write is time well spent. So courses, learning, education, I'm a fan of all of it. We're learning about really nitpicky things that editors care about. It's great. Yep, I came across quite a few of those already. The only challenge so far is learning to write in Chicago manual style as opposed to APA. I use APA for work. Yes, Associated Press AP style is a lot different than Chicago, or Oxford is another term for it. But yeah, it's definitely different. Something. It's definitely different. It's you have to really shift how you view. And since I write both, I know I screw up, and so that's going to be fun to edit. When I get done with Kingmaker, it's going to be a pain in the ass. But I think I used AP style mostly for my first book, which was A Freelancer's Tale, available on Amazon in paperback and ebook format. But I think I used mostly AP style with that. I like the Deadpool versus Boba Fett, and the Billy Mays and the other guy I can't think of. Billy Mays versus I know what you're talking about. Benjamin Franklin. And then Billy Mays dies, and then what's his bucket comes in. I can't remember his name at all. Anybody? I can. but apparently Chicago style is used for novels, screenplays, etc. Yes. AP is more for blogs, news articles, magazines, more professional works, and Chicago/Oxford is used for more creative pieces, plays, stuff like that. I love Weird Al. Me too. Weird Al's my hero. In fact, people keep telling me I should do more parodies on YouTube, but I don't know if I can bring myself to do it. Because I can parody just about any song right off the bat. I'm a vampire. Thankfully, we have an entire writing department that edits everyone's work. They do appreciate that I'm already a writer, though. That's cool. I wish I had a editing department. That'd make my job so much easier. Instead, I edit blog posts all day, research key phrases, assign jobs. Oh, Jesus. Now I have to go through and combine a bunch of like-minded content into pillar blog posts for the website. Let's see. What else do I do? I do get to write for my new client, which is kind of a change. It's kind of nice. I miss writing. But most of my job nowadays is being an editor, and so they're the ones who pay my mortgage, so I have to go where the money's at. So, unfortunately, that means I don't get to write nearly as much as I would like. But we're getting there, though. The most shocking thing I've learned is that it's okay to begin a sentence with "and" if you're writing fiction. Yes, you can start an "and," but, and it also depends on if you're writing casual tone. If you're writing science papers, nah. But if you're being more casual, which is what blogging is, then yeah, you can start with it. And you can also end sentences with "it." I hate ending sentences with "it." I don't end a sentence with a preposition. That bugs me to no end. It's one of my biggest pet peeves with one of my writers. I hate ending a sentence with "it." Or a preposition. And also, if you start a sentence with a preposition, you can almost expect that there's guaranteed a comma somewhere in that sentence. A lot of people don't know that, but there you go. When I'm writing my rough draft for my story, I just write how I want and then go through and edit to make it make sense. That's what you're supposed to do. A first draft is your absolute rough draft. It's not going to be perfect. You're not going to win awards or get a bestseller deal out of it. It's a rough draft. So you get your rough draft done, then you go back and you edit, and then you hand it off, and your editor edits, and your agent will decide whether they like it or not. So there's a big whole long list of people that are nitpicking your crap. But your first draft isn't going to be perfect. Michael, you're just like, yeah, I already know all these things. No, it's all right. You're excited about it. I think it's pretty cool. I'm excited for you. It's kind of fun. Trapped in the drive-thru. Amish Paradise. Oh, Amish Paradise. Trapped or stuck in a closet with Vanna White. That's a good one. Eat It. I used to sing Eat It to my son when he was little, and he thought that was the coolest thing in the world. When Ty was like 8 months old, he thought that was the shit. Because I'd do the whole dance. God damn it, Max. Oh, that was about 1.5 inches into my leg, baby. Ow. Right on my artery. Okay. There's not room in my lap for you. This chair is not that big. Anyway. Let's see. Also, you would become good friends with my instructor. He has your personality and humor and curses sometimes. Curses sometimes? Fuck that. In the words of, I think, Neil Gaiman, it's okay to call the rough draft the stupidest draft. Pretty much. Your rough draft is just to get the story done. And then you're going to go through and you're probably going to take out huge chunks of it. Like, I already know there's a part in chapter 5 in Kingmaker that I'm going to remove completely because it was going to be used as a plot point. But then, let's see, 7 chapters later, I started thinking, I'm like, you know what? I'm never going to use that. I'm just going to pull it out. So I did make a note for myself that that is coming out. I haven't done it yet because I just want to finish the story. But yeah, that's what it is. Your rough draft is a rough draft. I don't know. There was a movie being made about him starring Daniel Radcliffe. I didn't either. Michael, are you okay? Yeah, just I'm fine. This cat has scarred my legs more than I can count. My thighs, especially the inner parts of my thighs, she is marred to bits by jumping into my lap because she doesn't look where she's going, loses her footing, and slides down my leg. God, one time she hung from my thigh by like 2 claws, and it's like 2 fish hooks being in your leg, weighed down by about, I don't know, she's maybe 20 pounds. That hurts. So you have to pick her up to get her off my leg. Anyway, the story and concept class I took brought a lot out of me. My story concept was about a woman who is admitted into a clinic with postpartum depression. It takes place in the 1960s. Ooh. Michael, he's a college professor. He can't curse all the time. Pff, I would. And I had a college, when I was in college, I had a professor that cursed almost as much as I did. See, people are saying hi to you. You say hi? You smell like clean clothes. You've been sleeping in my basket, haven't you? You smell like bounce. Like someone shoved your ass in the dryer. Yeah. Sleeping on my side of my laundry basket. That's what it is. Yeah. Goofy ass. Anywho, okay, let's go over some goals, man. So August was a wash. I had all these aspirations I wanted to do in August, and everything kind of fell through. And so between my back and, well, a lot of it, I used my back as an excuse, and I really didn't push myself like I could have. And so I'm really disappointed in myself, but, just got to move on. You can't be too hard on yourself for not meeting certain things, because then you start getting to that negative mindset and start treating yourself like crap. You don't want to do that. So I'm going to say, okay, well, that was a mistake. Let's move on. So September, I'm going to pretty much do the same thing I tried to do in August, but this time with follow through. What's going to make September different, though, is that I'm going to view it as a challenge. Now, lately I've been focusing more on challenges because a challenge is a way to push yourself, not to burning out, but to push yourself past what you perceive as your limit. And so I'm going to make it a challenge to do everything I want to do, which means time management, cranking out some more words. I'm going back to doing 3 blog posts per week on WriterSanctuary.com, mostly because, well, I talked about earlier, my newest blog post, which I thought was amazing, still isn't indexed by Google, but my smaller site is. That's because I don't maintain a regular routine. Once you get a routine down, Google starts crawling at those specific times because it knows you have new content. So that's what I'm going to be working on. Cool thing about that, though, is that I'm also running an experiment for YouTube, which means I'm going to be using the blog posts that I write that morning on Monday, Wednesday, Friday for, I wouldn't say the script, but pretty much the topic of what I'm going to be covering in the video. The idea is to find out which topics work best for what platform, because not everything I write is going to work well in video format and vice versa. In fact, I already know that my top article on Writer Sanctuary is my review of Buy Me a Coffee, but the video equivalent doesn't even rank in the top 10. So it's kind of cool to see how the 2 different platforms work. So it's going to be kind of a fun little experiment. And yes, I am using a spreadsheet because I love spreadsheets. So that's how I'm getting Writer Sanctuary going. So I still think swearing is unprofessional at work, but that's just my opinion. It depends. Like sometimes when a cat hangs from your leg, that's a good time to drop an F-bomb. I don't swear nearly as much as Sam, though. She has a mouth like a drunken sailor. Um, let's see. Max is worried about using Michael's hand as a chew toy. Oh, she's not worried about it. She'll do it. My middle grade science teacher called us turkeys when he left for high school. She told us that what she really meant, turkey, was the F-bomb. Oh, you bunch of turkeys. That's almost lame. You come up with, I don't know. I would just call you fuckers. So, Michael, do you ever use microblogging sites to create backlinks to your main site? No. Well, there's been a few, like with Vocal, Hub Pages, and Medium. If I have content on my blog that does support a topic that I'm covering, then yeah, I'll do it. My clients, I refuse to use any of my blog posts for my clients' content because it seems like I'd be crossing a line with that, even though I would have my article is definitely supports the point of their article, but I won't do it out of moral, because I have morals. It almost makes it seem self-serving, so I won't do it. But like if the client gets on and does it themselves, then yeah, I don't care. But I won't do it on purpose. But I'll only link if it's logical to do so. And unfortunately, I try to use the other blogs for expanding my interests, and so nothing I cover on WriterSanctuary, Crossing Colorado, Colorado Plays, Practically Living Green, MichaelBrockbank.com, and the other blogs I own. Every one of those is a different niche, and every one of the things I do on the other websites that I've been kind of playing with are also different, and so none of them connect together aside from just having my name on it. So, but yeah, if I can find a way to do it, I will. I'm a publicity whore. I'll link what I can when I can. That's why I took when I Googled my name back in 2012 when I first started as a writer. There was a doctor and a lawyer that dominated the front page. I was nowhere near it. I mean, nobody knows who the hell I was. And so I made it my goal that I would take over the front page of Google and kick both the lawyer and the doctor off. And I did it this year. So when you Google my name, I own like the whole first page and the majority of the second page, a large portion of the third page. Like the doctor is kicked to page 3, the lawyer's on page 2. But I thought it was pretty cool. And I think my book is actually MichaelBrockbank.com is the first website, and then I think is my book on Amazon. So it's kind of cool. You get a little bit of an ego boost. But that was a lot of that is I try to get my name as far out there as I can. So if I can use a microblogging site to link back, if it does support the topic, then I will. It doesn't happen very often though. I was wondering where I got my love of spreadsheets. Have you seen my character sheet for my book? No, I haven't. Have you seen all my folder of spreadsheets? Well, you've seen my work spreadsheet. It's elaborate as shit. And then I have one for weight loss. I have one for tracking blogs. I have one for all the case studies I do for blogging. Like I've got spreadsheets upon spreadsheets. I love data. I should have been a scientist. Let's see. Well, I'm a little bit behind here. Doc, don't ever work in a warehouse on the night shift. Swearing is part of the vocabulary. Yep, I used to have stacked doors and I've stacked frosting. Out of the warehouse jobs I've had, I think stacking frosting was the most vocal. It was great though. I mean, it's really hard when you're working in a factory doing frosting because it smells so good, that chocolate goodness coming out. And we were doing it in buckets, the really big buckets that like grocery stores use for doing frosting their cakes and stuff. So buckets of frosting. And so it's like, oh, I gained weight just standing over them and smelling it. loved working there. It smelled so good. I've always been in male-dominated fields, so there's a lot of swearing going on. Try working road construction. There's another good one. The man there saw me as a woman for the first year. After that, I was one of the guys until I wore a dress. Didn't wear them often because I worked on a pallet jack getting small orders. Well, yeah, a pallet jack would kind of be hard to wear a dress on a pallet jack, or using a pallet jack. Well, I don't know, that's a little odd. Don't think I've ever seen anybody wear a dress using a pallet jack, though. I like driving the forklift. Let's see, Michael dedicated his time to make sure that he was the #1 Michael Brockbeck on Google. Damn Skippy. And I did. Mission accomplished. I'm too feminine to ever be truly happy in that kind of environment, and most of my co-workers weren't very educated, so that was a turn off. Well, I don't know. I like people watching and people listening. So I love to listen when people like make asses of themselves. I just don't contribute. Aside from my show, like when I'm in real life, I won't comment or say or talk unless I have something to contribute to a conversation. And so that's why I'm not really all that active on social media, because I really don't have much to say. I let my actions do the talking. And so like on Twitter and Instagram, it's really hard for me to come up with something, because you're supposed to be engaging on social media to build an audience. But I don't contribute unless, well, let's see, on Twitter sometimes I'll come up with random funny stuff with people I know, or some smart ass comment to another writer, something kind of funny but not aggressive. But coming up with my own stuff, just throwing it out there for shits and giggles, it's really hard. I don't contribute unless I have something to contribute. I plan on being a scientist. Yes, you do. I wish I would. As I was telling your mom, it's too late for me to be a scientist. I'll be 60 by the time I graduated. And I'd get to enjoy my career for a year before I died. Michael, I would think your body would be repulsed by frosting after a job like that. Oh, God, no. My body craves it. I have a low blood sugar problem anyway, and so, like, sugar just picks me up. No, it was a fun job. Those pallets get freaking heavy, because you're filling up these massive buckets of frosting. They weigh probably about 35, 40 pounds a piece, and we're stacking them about, let's see, I think we were doing 20, and so 20 square and 3 high, I think is what it was. So that was a lot of frosting, and these machines are massive. So it was a sweet job. I didn't get to take any home or try any of it though. I know that it smelled good. I never got to taste any of it though. I will say that I laughed a lot more in those environments though. Yeah, I do have a dirty sense of humor, so I didn't really mind. Well, yeah. Having a dirty sense of humor helps. Anywho, so that's what I'm doing with WriterSanctuary. It's the 3 blog posts and 3 videos. I would like to see, since Google does own YouTube, I'm fairly sure that they're using a similar algorithm for YouTube, which is probably why my watch time has been consistently dropping and my videos aren't being shown, is because I haven't been producing Monday, Wednesday, Friday videos like I used to. And so I want to get back into doing that and seeing if I can correct a lot of the problems I've been having. So, I don't know, we'll have to see. I think I'm also being suppressed because I drink on camera. I'm not safe for children. I'm not age-gated, though, which is weird. Whatever. Probably because they don't talk about, like, really offensive stuff. I just drink. But, yeah. So that's WriterSanctuary, and I'm going to get more content on Crossing Colorado and Colorado Plays. I'll probably have to move Colorado Plays' stuff to Saturdays, though, because I really want to work on the health and fitness stuff throughout the week. And if I do the video and the blog post Monday, Wednesday, Friday, that's going to take a huge chunk of my time. So I think I'm just going to work on trying to get a new blog post on Colorado Plays every Saturday. It's a fun day anyway. I'm supposed to be doing fun stuff in Colorado for that channel and vlog, so I'll do that. But I would really like to get back into the groove of getting everything going. So other people have mukbangs, well, so why can't you drink on camera? Yeah, right. I hate the thought of doing a mukbang, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Looks like mukbang to me, so I'm an American. Deal with it. So I can't see the appeal of watching somebody just stuff their face with random nasty food. I don't even like watching people eat. There's no way in hell you're going to see me eating on camera. In fact, that's one of the ways that I stop snacking at night, is if I'm playing a game or if I'm streaming, I will not eat. So even when we streamed Extra Life, I ate my lunch off camera, and we were doing 12 hours straight of gaming for charity. And when we got the food, I stepped away from my computer, said either I put up the "we'll be back shortly" or I let one of the girls play my game. I refused to eat on camera. So I saw Sam's video today on Crossing Colorado. Yeah, that's she was she thinks it's lame. I think, you know what, just do it. I didn't do mine. I have really nothing to talk about. My last couple of weeks have sucked ass. I might just do one just to say that. It sucked ass. So I'm going to have a lot to complain about on tomorrow morning's podcast for Crossing Colorado. But yeah. I'm going to Disney World for a week. Yay. I have no interest in going to Disneyland or Disney World. Too many people. No fucking way. I would have more fun in the parking lot. But everybody each their own. If you want to do Disney World, I think it's awesome. Enjoy. It sounds like you might have a lot of fun. I would rather go to Blackhawk, which is a casino city here in Colorado. Flaming Gorge. I wouldn't mind trying Universal Studios. My problem is that I'm not good with large, massive groups of people. I get claustrophobic, and so Disney World, not going to happen for me. Like, that's one of the big reasons why I don't go to bars and shit, is because I never been a clubber. Last time I went to a club, I got roofied, so never happen again. These people are eating food while trying to talk about how their lives are going, right? And it's like that Nikado Avocado. He gained a ton of fucking weight doing those, and it's just so unhealthy. And I don't see any reason to do it. The closest thing I would do to something like that would be an ASMR thing. Like, I love doing Despair, and Despair isn't necessarily ASMR. It's more of, I do drop the octave of my voice, and I talk in a certain way when I read the book. Scully does a lot of ASMR in his readings on Sunday nights. And Scully is a author who also reads too, has YouTube videos, and he has a massive, I can't say like a super massive following, but every time I go in there, he's got about 20 or 30 people listening to him do his ASMR shtick while reading a book. And he read Pulp Fiction, and I got to join his show just in time for him to read my favorite part of the movie, which is the scene where it was right after they talk about the Royale with cheese, and they find the three guys in the apartment to get back the suitcase, and that scene's my favorite. So, and I got there just in time. But he does a great job with ASMR, so I would do something like that before I would even consider eating on camera. So I love the honesty from both you and Sam. You don't paint the weight journey as picture perfect. Plus, I think the vlogging helps you both. Yeah, pretty much anything we do on social media helps. I hate it's not picture perfect. It sucks. It's hard sometimes. And a big chunk of it, I'd say 90% of weight loss is mental. So that's my issue, and I'll talk about that tomorrow's show. Um, but we've got a topic, so I can actually get the thumbnail done before we start. She gave the topic just a couple hours ago. But it's the most magical place on earth? That'd be Hogwarts. I want to go to Universal. Universal looks kind of good, be kind of fun, but again, I would have an issue with people. So I'm stuck at 200 plus pounds. I've wanted to lose weight for a year now. Well, just got to do it. You'll get the weight off when you are ready to, not just thinking about it, and you will make changes in your life to get the weight off. Remember, the changes don't have to be big. Just start small and go from there. That's the gist of it. Like, you want to lose weight, but not bad enough to do anything about it. And that's what I've been dealing with myself over the last couple of months. Like, this is like the 5th time I've tried this 12-week fitness challenge. I want to lose weight, it's just not bad enough to do anything about it. And so I'm trying to get out of that mindset and actually challenging myself and looking at these challenges as challenges. And that's just not just for writing, but also for losing weight. And so that's the biggest thing about it. It's success of anything is mostly mental. It's how you view yourself. It's how you your level of confidence. It's going past, or how you persevere. Not everything is going to be sunshine and rainbows. You're going to have difficult times, and so it all comes down to how you get past those moments. And so, yeah, there's a lot that goes into it. So just because you haven't lost it yet doesn't mean you won't. It just takes dedication, motivation, and effort. I hear about people losing 2 pounds a week, and I could only lose 1 pound at the most, working very hard. Progress was always super slow. That's because everybody is different and will lose weight at different intervals. Some people will lose 1. Other people like me can drop 3.5 to 5 pounds a week without even putting in any effort. If I decided, well, now that my back is starting to feel better, I'm going to start getting back into making sure I burn 3,500 calories a day. On the days I do that, I will drop 1 pound a day. At least for the next 3 or 4 days, and then it'll start balancing out to more of a 0.5 pound. So I can on average lose between 3.5 and 5 pounds a week if I actually put in the effort. Some people won't, but you can't view that as a negative. If you only lose 1 pound a week, at least you lost something. It'll take you a little bit longer to get to your goal, but that's when you learn, make adjustments, and keep moving. 5 pounds a week, I'm super jelly. That's only until I hit a certain point. I will eventually cap out to where I can't burn that much. And I'm getting pretty close to that now. Like, I don't think I can lose 5 pounds a week as soon as I hit below 220. I think it'll balance out quite a bit, actually. Seriously, get off my freaking keyboard. What are you doing? You don't run across my desk. God, you pain in the ass. You don't step on my keyboard. Jesus, Max. Now she's going to lay on my arm so I can't move my arm. Yay. I know people who lose weight doing keto without working out, but that doesn't work for me. Yeah, like Sam. Sam doesn't have to do any kind of exercising, and if she just sticks with keto, she'll drop weight wicked fast. If she sticks with keto, I don't know if she's watching, but if she sticks with it, she'll actually lose weight. And she loses weight really quick, and she doesn't have to do any kind of exercising. I keep telling her that if you got off your ass and did something, you'd probably lose a lot more, but she won't. Each their own. But yeah, everybody's unique. Just because we're all human doesn't mean we're all identical. Everybody has different needs, different wants, different aspirations. That's the same with whether you're losing weight or as a writer. Same principles apply. Success comes from effort, perseverance, motivation, and wanting it bad enough to do something about it. Enough. I have to get how I get my protein. I don't like the taste of protein shakes. Depends on the protein shake. I like a Max Muscle. I mix it with dark chocolate milk. I like almond milk, mostly because I'm not lactose intolerant or against dairy. No, to the contrary, I love dairy. Problem is that dairy messes with my psoriasis quite a bit, and so I have to kind of curtail how much dairy I can have. Otherwise, I start flaking and it's a mess. But almond milk I really like. So dark chocolate almond milk and blueberry powder from Max Muscle. Tastes like blueberry chocolate covered blueberries. Amazing. There's all kinds of ways to get protein though. I love teriyaki beef jerky. In fact, I had some for lunch today. In fact, my lunch consisted of teriyaki beef jerky and 2 hard-boiled eggs. So, Michael, it's not your keyboard, it's theirs. Yeah. Everything in my room is theirs. What's up, baby? Oh, God damn it, I even brushed you. Same here, changing my just hasn't been enough. Yeah, some people won't be. Some people have to put in that extra oomph. I'm having trouble eating more fruits and veggies in place of carbs. I crave carbs at every meal. It's hard to go without them. Yeah, I get it. I get you. That's why I use one of my favorites is I'll make smokehouse maple chicken with a serving of Arby's fries that I got from Walmart. And the serving is 85 grams. Not too bad on carbs total. It's the chicken I really like though. Smokehouse maple. Oh yeah. Don't go cold turkey and get rid of carbs. Instead, eat 3 meals. Eating carbs, try starting with 2 meals and have carbs in them. If you can't eat your fruit and veggies, drink them. Yeah, there's all kinds of different things you can try. Anywho, what else we got? Oh, and my last goal for September to make it awesome is I'm going to go back to the 20,000 words or more in Kingmaker. I think I did. I didn't do nearly as much this month as I wanted to. I did finish a chapter and started the next chapter, which the whole scene between the two is probably, I don't know if that's my favorite because there's a lot of good parts in this book. It was a lot of fun to write it. I'm pretty damn dark, so this isn't your Harry Potter fantasy novel. No. It's a little on the, I wouldn't say like gory. It's not slasher gory like Friday the 13th or anything like that because I hate mindless violence. But I am a horror writer. And so, horror writer. So, you can expect some dark parts in the book. But I did write an exceptionally darker scene today. Or, not today. Last week. And I'm kind of liking it. I'm really excited to keep going. So. Oh, aside from that, so those are my goals. Essentially, it all boils down to one primary thing: time management. If I can sit there and focus on my work and my schedule, like I have in like all the things I have set up in Asana, and I stop getting sidetracked by randomness of life, I actually can get a lot done. Like last Tuesday, I got to work the entire day. So I got so much done, and that was including writing the next chapter of the book. And so if I can maintain myself, I can actually get a lot more done than I thought I could. So when people ask or say that you do so much, how do I have time to do everything? I do, and it all happens within an 8-hour window. And because I refuse to go beyond that, mostly because I've done the 100-hour weeks and it burned me out and I won't do it again. So everything I do is within an 8-hour window, and so I got to make sure I can stay productive in those 8 hours. If I do, I can finish everything no problem. So that's my challenge to myself. My challenge to myself is to hit those certain percentages of my day as being productive and rolling with it. Because if I can do that, if I can just focus on just the time alone, that's going to improve how many words I write, how many blogs I publish, how many videos I make, doing despair. Everything centers around time management. And so that's why I want to make it a challenge for myself for September. So, oh, will you stop? Let's see. Don't forget the anxiety cards. Okay. And put today's card on the community tab. How did you do with the card from last week? Michael, were you able to push the pressure point in your hands? I tried it a couple of times. I was at the gym, mostly because my gloves are new and they're kind of stiff, and so it was more of a massaging my hand thing, so it wasn't really relaxing. Like I said, I hardly ever do anything with pressure points. To me, it just, I don't know, relaxes my hands so I can type more. I think my biggest issue was my back, so maybe I should have looked for a pressure point for my back and massaged it. So no, I didn't do very well with it. Okay, so last week's anxiety card. Hold on. Get to the pressure point with your hand massage. Simply use your thumb and press around the palm of your other hand. It will help soothe you when you can't take too much time for yourself. That's my problem, is I take too much time for myself. Well, no, I take too much time for other people. That's but I never really could get into the pressure point thing, so I don't really think it did any good for me. So that was last week's, and yes, I got it on the community tab, I thought. Okay, so this week's Find Your Calm card before we wrap it up here. And for those of you who don't know, Find Your Calm cards, these are anti-anxiety cards that we do as a group for a week. Let's see if it helps. So far, I've come across a couple of things that I still use to this day. Like, I love having no technology for an hour. I love being able to just sit outside and watch the sunset. Like right now, the sunset is awesome. I can see the bats flying in the air. You go outside with a glass of wine. Perfect. I'll leave my phone in here and go outside. Okay, so that trees and plants. Okay, so yeah, I just had to make sure we're going the right direction here because all I'm doing is flipping them over. And after these cards are done, Sam did give me the other black set of cards that are similar, which are these here. Take time to make your soul happy. So this one also has 24 cards. We'll start on these as soon as these ones are done. I'm not sure how many more we got. Looks like probably throughout the rest of the year. Well, let's count. I'm not going to look at them yet because I like to be surprised. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11. So we have another 11 weeks to go. So almost to the end of the year. So we'll probably start those before Christmas. So okay, so here we go. New card. You did put last week's on the community tab. I was talking about, don't forget tonight's card on the community tab tomorrow. Yep, and what I've been doing, Neil, is I'll take the card, when we're done with the show, I'll actually stand it up in my keyboard between the keys so that I remember, like, before I even type, it's right there. So, okay, here we go. Square breathing. Inhale calm, exhale negativity. This is something I do a lot too, is breathing. 3 deep breaths in and out. It makes a big difference. Breathe in for 4 seconds. Hold your breath for 4 seconds. Exhale for 4 seconds. Pause and hold your breath. Repeat, or breath for 4 seconds. Repeat. So essentially, it's, I take 3 deep breaths in. I do that 3 times, and that makes a massive difference. Just about anything I do. So that I already do. But if you also want to follow along with the back of the card we write on these, I will relax today by, and then each day write down something first thing in the morning that you're going to do to help yourself relax. Now, we've done this before. Most of mine is I like relaxing with Minecraft. What's another? Raft is another good one that I like to relax with. I'll go outside, like I was talking about before. Go outside, sit in the chair, watch the sunset with a glass of wine. Great for relaxing. I like to relax outside, feeding the squirrels. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I show my squirrels off quite a bit on Instagram. They're the only things on Instagram of mine that go viral. So I'll keep sharing squirrel pictures, squirrel videos, squirrel reels on Instagram. And I'm at writer.sanctuary on Instagram. But yeah, so there's a lot of things I do that relax. So I'm a big fan of breathing. So I'm going to write this down, or I'm going to put that in the tab. So don't forget, each day write down something that you're going to do to relax that day. And you know what? I will go ahead and do that just so that I keep track of what I did. And then I'll share with it next week of what I did. And there we go. It be 8:01. Does anybody have any questions, comments, concerns they'd like to bring up before we call it a night? I have my goals for September hammered out. I'm ready to rock it. There's a couple of days left of August. I'm going to try to end the next couple of days doing some awesome stuff, at least with my daily goals, because sure, having 1 million words by the end of the year would be great, but August is messed up. So I'm going to work on the last 2 days of August being awesome. Set the momentum for September so I can get it going right off the bat. So I'm going to be doing, to wrap things up, 3 blog posts for Writer Sanctuary, 3 videos a week for Writer Sanctuary, and get back to doing what I was doing before. Getting more content out for Crossing Colorado because I like the health and fitness stuff. It helps me keep motivated to keep going. I wish my back wasn't hurting for the past 2 weeks. That would have been great, but it is what it is. So I'll have to get back on track for that. I have been recording every single thing I eat, though. I haven't put any red marks in my spreadsheet for Crossing Colorado. Colorado Plays, I would like to get more content up, especially since the charity event is in November and I don't have an audience. So I need to get more time on Twitch. So I want to be doing more videos on Twitch for Colorado Plays on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Plus we do the Sunday night streams, and I figured out a bunch of cool stuff. So next Sunday when we stream with the Stargates, Airbeth might actually get to space, and I'm going to do some decorating. I'm pretty excited. 20,000 words in Kingmaker, at least. That means I have to write just over 1,000 words on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, because that's the blocks of time I set aside. And that's not including anything I write on the weekends. So I still might wind up finishing my book by the end of the month. So we're gonna keep working on it. Let's see, let me catch up with Neil's here. The breathing kind of worked when I was in labor. It works better when I breathe to calm down before saying anything. Yes. Yeah, Lamaze. I wouldn't know because I'm never in labor. But breathing deeply does make a difference when I'm stressed out, or if I need to refocus some efforts on something. Jesus Christ, really? Brand new chair is going to be covered in holes by the end of the week. You talked about your September, since you mentioned working on Inkit. I'm going to see about getting my Medium content started from an idea to actually writing something. Awesome. Yes, I will be working on the Inkit story this week, actually. I'll start getting it up. I don't know if I want to do the cover for it, or if I'm just going to start writing it for now, but we'll see. Because I don't have to do a video of it like I do with Despair. It should only take me an hour and a half, 2 hours tops. I'm pretty quick when I start writing, so I rarely ever suffer from writer's block when I'm being creative. It's great. I do take my time when I write because I want things to make sense, but it's pretty cool. Don't forget to plug in a Freelancer's Tale. A Freelancer's Tale is available for paperback and ebook format on Amazon. Links in the description down below. It's the story about how I became a freelance writer from my first days of working on Text Broker to what I do now. So, all while suffering through one of the worst depressions of my life. Can I have a lizard? I have lizard. Can I bring him in? Oh, yes. Okay, bring in the damn bearded lizard. We have a bearded dragon named Spyro. So yes, you can bring him in. Show everybody. It's their chair now, Michael. Right? It's already got poke holes in the top. And the other platforms where you can find your work. You can find my work also on Wattpad, which is in the description down below. And as soon as I start getting stuff on Inkit, the Inkit link will also be in the video descriptions soon. I haven't added it yet because there's really nothing to look at except for a blank screen. So, mention Wattpad, Inkit, Medium. Medium, I've only got one article on Medium. I really need to start doing more with it. But I do have a Vocal, which is on the description, and my Hub Pages account, which I've only got like 2 or 3 articles on it. So I've got a lot of different things I want to play with. So, won't your cats eat the lizard? No, actually. Max likes him. Well, ish. She licked his eye.
She jumped away from him the other day.
And then when he was crawling on my bed, this is Max's bed, so she just kind of just runs him over. But yeah, they don't mess with him. Sabi likes to sniff him. The girls are afraid of him. But yeah, I thought for sure that my cats would like kill it, but no, they're pretty
Thanks,
good.
Ron.
Cool shirt. The Kalichi Buffs.
Yep. A family friend made it.
Oh, maybe I should show them a really cute picture of a
No.
little blonde Airbeth
No.
doing cheerleading for
I wasn't
football.
blonde. I faded my hair at that point.
No. It's the blonde one. It's your
Was
first
it
year.
blonde?
Your first year of cheerleading.
I still have
This
that
little
shirt.
teeny girl standing with her hip out.
I still have that shirt, and I can still fit into it.
I bet you could. I don't think you gained weight at all in the past 10 years. The lizard is hanging on. Sky could dance, and the lizard would hold on tight.
Yeah, you would.
Yep. He's got all of his claws in. Did you wake him up? He was sleeping when I went in there.
He was been in his log all day. Like, he wouldn't leave his log.
He was sleeping.
So I took him out because he is brat boy.
So.
I gave him some worms to lure him out of his log.
Oh, and he loves blueberries. Neil says, I love your hair.
Thank you.
Still, the purple's cool, but I think my favorite Airbeth color was the deep red Ariel color. And the look in your eye, oh, geez, that was like mischievous as shit.
You could help Mom pick out. Oh, that's what we're supposed to do this weekend.
What?
Pick out baby photos for the senior slideshow.
I know what, I can do a video.
No, you can't do a video. I already asked.
Hello,
I asked, you can't do a
everybody.
video.
I'll bring my own projector and throw it up on the wall. Because I have everything I need to do it. I've got a projector. I've got speakers. Just throw them up. 80 inches of Airbeth with her phone.
I gotta remember, it was with Mom's phone, first of all.
I need to show you that one. That was good.
It's not good. Don't show it.
This girl's been a camera weirdo from day one. She just take pictures of herself sleeping.
Yeah.
I think Michael would do that too. Yes, I would.
I have a bunch of videos and screenshots.
If half the people still worked at your damn school that I used to know when I worked there,
The Lamberts are
Then let
retiring
me.
this year.
they wouldn't give me any problem to set that up just to embarrass you.
The Lamberts are retiring this year. So is Miss Hyken. Our graduation's the only one she's going to.
Yeah, your school's falling apart.
Yeah, it is.
There was a lot of good teachers that were out there. It's sad days. Anyway, might as well let him do it because he's going to critique the senior slideshow.
Well, it's not like I'm going to help work on it because the girls in my class are snobs.
At least Addie isn't working on it. I knew from day one she was going to be trouble. And I knew she was going to be in the predicament she's in now. Sometimes you can read a child. Long story. Anyway, that's my goals. We got everything wrapped up. Does anybody have anything they'd like to bring up before we call it a night? Yeah.
Oh, he booked our Monica yesterday.
Gotta have a zoo. Anywho, let's call it. Thank you guys for watching. Let's do some awesome stuff in August. Repent.
August.
There's 2 days left. What? I can write
Kinda
20,000 words in 2 days. Actually, if I sat down, if I didn't have anything else to do, I probably could.
Probably.
10,000 words a day. Haven't done that in a
I
long
gotta write my
time.
children's book.
I could. Maybe that'll be a challenge I'll never do. 10,000 words each day.
If you had nothing else to
I
do.
would, yeah, I would have to like not do any client work, no blogs, just focus on one thing to write 10,000 words. I could do it. I did 8,000 words last year when we went to Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah.
Because I wanted to make sure everything was done before I left. So I wrote 8,700 words. Because I'm a badass. That was with working with the clients.
I want to see if I can get my freaking book finished by this new year.
I was writing until like 8 o'clock, but don't forget to hit the like button for those watching to reply.
Wow.
Crash and burn. Don't forget to hit the like button to those watching to replay. Enjoy the video, and we will see you all next week. Yeah, see, that's why I need like, if I had the money, I'd hire Neil as my promotional person, because her and Chris do more promoting than I do. Anyway, we'll see you next week. Have a good week, everybody. Thank you for watching.
Bye.
And don't forget, square your breathing. Yeah, I saw it was replay. I said reply. I know. I've been drinking. That's my excuse.
Yeah, okay.
I've always said it. I'm a far better writer than I am a speaker.
Me too.
But anyway, have a great week, everybody. And I will see you
Next week.
next Monday. Oh, unless you watch the videos. Then you'll see me on Friday. But I won't see you. Unless you chat.